It's the NFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Philadelphia. It's the Commanders and the Eagles, and it's all up next.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Today, we have an NFC fighting storm between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello to everyone watching. Joined by Brock Ewart up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And in a while, we're going to find out the answer to a question that fans have been asking for nearly half a year at this point. Who is going to represent this conference in the Super Bowl?
All of these coaches and players preach all season long, never look ahead. You can't do it, right? You've got to focus so much on the present. But you know that every man out there is so aware of what's on the line today and where they could be playing in 2 weeks. It's going to be a game-long challenge, no question, to keep the focus on the right here and the right now. Once you've got a win iced away, well, then you can start entertaining those Super Bowl thoughts and those Super Bowl realities.
So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line.
It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. And the Commanders get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Well, Brock, I highly doubt all the plays will go as well as that one, but this coverage starts off the game with a major W.
That's all you could ask for right there. You come out so focused, so dialed into your game plan. You start this game strong, and you quickly throw a wrench into their opening script on the other side. That starts to play head games, and it certainly gives your defense a ton of confidence.
So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Running with Eckler again. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. Ahmed Good on the extra point. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Here's Smith on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And we only saw this group for one snap to start the game, Brock, so hopefully we get a longer look at them this time.
You know, Kate, in a lot of ways, it may even be easier to shake that first one off. They're barely on the field, so it's really a second chance to write the opening series you wanted.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying an option play, headed left. Big gain, has them across the 40. And he gets it forward to the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. From the pistol, Hurts. Won't make the play on that one. It hits the deck, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they face second down. Option play, they give it to Barkley. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They kick the running back in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Barkley's got it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this hit to the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He'll start the drive with Eckler. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Finds him over the middle. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Sidney Brown in on that stop. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Daniels. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Commanders ready for the punt. Starts the return at the 34. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Benjamin St. Just getting up to end that play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he can't dig him out from deep on their own side. He's stopped inside the 10. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Commanders will go on offense. On 1st down, here's Daniels. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. Now it looks like we have somebody who was shaken up on that play. You gotta hope this is nothing serious. Austin Eckler, the player the trainers are headed out there for. On 2nd down, Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 27. That's a pickup of 9. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
Let's go now.
Staying with Robinson. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They've got 2nd and 5. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Devin White hauls him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now Daniels off the play action. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Another carry for Robinson. Gets to space right side. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
Here we go.
Eckler is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
No touch that. No touch that. No touch.
Hurts now from the gun. This one finds Goddard. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Now Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Great.
Back to throw, Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
No touch that. No touch that. No touch.
Hurts throwing again. This finds Smith. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
No touch that. No touch.
Hurts. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Jamison Crowder on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Commanders and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on.
Out of the gun, Daniels. He's throwing deep to the left side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Daniels back to throw. This one taken in by Zacchaeus. Continuing to move past the 45. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Ready?
Again, Daniels to the air. Avoids the sack. Throwing on the run, deep down the middle. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. First down throwing for Hurts. He's on the move. He keeps it and takes off. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hurts setting up to throw. Goddard makes the catch. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. The kick by Hopkins is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime. Only 2 quarters standing between one of these teams and the NFC spot in the Super Bowl. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
The AFC Championship coming up later today, and it should be a great...
Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the 3rd quarter. The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the 3rd quarter. His return starts at the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Commanders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. Now after the play, we have somebody shaken up. That's Jahan Dotson in some distress as they come out to look at him.
Here we go.
Motioning him from the slot right. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And this is a nice gain. It's stopped at the 47. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Staying with Eckler. Still going past the 40. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to the ground again on first. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Josh Sweat making the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play fake here, Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Daniels throwing on third. Escapes the pocket. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Here we go.
Trying to run in, Eckler. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards on the gain. Now they just need 2 more on 2nd and goal.
Come on.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
So many times, the job of that DN is to contain. Keep anything from bouncing outside, but not on this play. He got a draw, he got a chance to crash inside, and he took advantage of that opportunity.
And that's a Washington touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return starts at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Play made by Deron Payne. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. It's Eagles football, and they trail. Need to fight to keep their postseason going. Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. On 4th down, Hurts fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. New set of downs for him at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the pistol, Hurts. Working the sideline, that's Goddard. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 10.
From the 41. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Hurts looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 38. Into the hands of Campbell. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now within one score in the fourth. A big spot for the Eagles now as they go for two. Trying for it on the ground. And he's into the end zone, so the two-point try pays off. They cut the deficit to just a field goal here in the fourth. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Crowder with a return here. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. On first down, here's Daniels. Ertz reels it in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They're going to toss it to Eckler. And he won't win the race to the outside. That one's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Commanders holding on to a field goal lead. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go, check.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's got this down to the 40. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Setting up to pass. Complete. It's McLaurin. And they get this down to the 28. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Ready.
Commanders breaking out the victory formation here as he goes to a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
He's down to a knee, and they've done it. They're going to be playing in the Super Bowl. A lot of pressure on this kick for Ramiz Ahmed. This will be from 52 yards. Oh, this is going to be close, and it's no good. He hooked it too far left. And they are unable to double their lead.